The mission of Crescent Public Schools is to educate students and so much more.
I really like school, actually. I don't like summer break that much because I would rather be in school.
We want kids to want to be here.
I think investing in our students is one of the most vital, important things we can do to prepare the next generation for the future. We've got some great leaders coming up in this next generation, and we've got to prepare them for what is to come.
On August 23rd, the citizens of Crescent will have an opportunity to support changes that will benefit the Crescent School District and enhance the community. The school board has called a 10-year bond issue totaling $9,910,000 to fund 2 major projects and make additional facility upgrades. If approved by the voters, this plan will allow Crescent to take advantage of a generous grant from the Federal Emergency Management Agency for a community storm shelter. The proposal calls for the use of the FEMA grant proceeds to build the Crescent Schools Event Center, which will be constructed as a community storm shelter and will also serve as the school cafeteria. The proposal includes a stage and furnishings. A backup generator and fire suppression equipment for use in the event of an emergency are also planned. If voters approve these bonds, FEMA will provide a grant of $3,131,513. The school district's share of the cost of this event center, constructed as a storm shelter for the community, will be $1,155,000.
One of the points that we would like to stress is the FEMA money will be available as a one-time opportunity. We will lose the money if we do not vote our bond issue, and that would accumulate to about $3.1 million on the cost of our multi-purpose center.
The school kitchen is also inefficient, outdated, and in very poor condition. A new kitchen with required furnishings and equipment is planned at a cost of $1,840,000. Other components of the bond issue project will include installation of air conditioning at the gymnasium, construction of a restroom in the band room, and campus safety and security equipment. The older portion of the elementary school building will be demolished, and a new building with larger classrooms is planned. Upgrades to the remaining 4th and 5th grade wing will unify the building. New furniture and fixtures will bring all the elementary facilities up to date at a cost of $4,165,000.
It's a fairly old building, probably one of the oldest ones on campus. This current area of this building is in bad need of a roof. We have leaks in our classrooms.
A couple other issues in the bond that we've included are the gymnasium for an air conditioning system. And we've all been to graduation and we all know how hot it gets in there. Basketball games and things like that. It will offer, this bond will pay for an air conditioning system that will cool it off for everyone and keep it cool during games and events. Also thinking of graduation and large-scale things, it'll give the community a place to go. Another aspect of it that we talked about is the security of the students. It's going to allow us to be able to build fences and things that have closed-circuit TV, things like that for the students to watch over. Locking doors, ways for the teachers and students to be secure and protected from the outside.
Of course, with older buildings and things like that, they couldn't have predicted the current climate of our society and things of that nature. A newer building would enhance our security, for sure.
I think one that really speaks to me is the improving the safety of the elementary and the school in general. I think if we improve our school system, we have a better chance of getting people back into their home community, where they'll want to be here and raise their families here. And I think Crescent's a growing community, and we need people to come back to their hometowns.
I love living in a little town like Crescent. It's a great community. Always have the resources you need to further your education, and more than enough to move on to college.
There are a lot of advantages to living in a small community. You learn good values and you get to meet a lot of the people. I think we have a good community.
Crescent has a lot to offer. I mean, we're small enough to feel safe. We get to compete in athletic and academic events. And I know that my teachers work hard to make sure that we all get into a good college. I take a lot of pride in our community.
The total amount of our bond issue will be $9,910,000, and that will be for a 10-year payoff period.
As a board member and sitting with the board, we discussed the bond issue coming up, and we discussed the magnitude of the bond and how it is a large amount. The benefit outweighs the price, the cost of this.
The proposed school bond issue totaling $9,910,000 will be repaid over a 10-year period through an ad valorem tax. If approved, these bonds would bring about an increase of 17.89 mils. This tax increase of 18.25% would fully repay all school bonds within the 10-year period. How will this millage increase impact property taxes? If your total property tax was $100 last year, the proposed bonds would increase your tax by $18.25 per year, or just $1.52 per month. If, for example, your annual property tax is $500 per year, you should anticipate an annual increase of $91.24, or just $7.66 per month, to fund the new projects proposed for Crescent Schools, including the Community Center Storm Shelter.
We did address our needs through a very technical facilities assessment that allowed our board to truly look at the weight of the tax on our community with comparison to our needs in our district. And we take that very seriously and are ready to answer any questions to explain the product that we are looking to build in our community.
I have witnessed the change in education, but those people who are responsible for the education of our children, they still remain the same. The parents, the teachers, school boards, taxpayers, so many people have input into the education of our children. Oh, indeed it does. As I looked at this total package, I saw a pattern of rebirth of building in this community, the creation of new energy if this passes, because it not only benefits a few, it benefits the entire community. I saw this pattern emerging years ago. Things happened in Crescent when groups of people got together and said, we can do this.
The mission of Crescent Public Schools is to educate students
and enhance positive character within a safe, nurturing environment
while encouraging lifelong learning,
Productivity, responsibility,
success, and citizenship.
Just want to encourage everyone to get out and vote on August 23rd and support the future of our schools.
Understand what we're looking at, be an informed voter, and come out and support your schools in the Crescent community.
Make sure to come vote on August 23rd.
Time is now, because what we do today will benefit our children for generations to come.
Support our schools. Support our community. Vote August 23rd.